You'll be surprised to learn that combining Coca-Cola with eggs creates such a delicious dish. Let's see what happens. First, I put 130 grams of all-purpose flour into a bowl. Next, I crack 2 eggs. Add a pinch of salt and about 2 teaspoons of sugar. I used a whisk to gently stir until the ingredients began to combine. The mixture is still quite thick at this point, but that's not the most interesting part. I continued pouring in 150 milliliters of milk. Stirring constantly to make the mixture smoother and thinner. And now for the ingredient that makes this dish special. I slowly poured in 150 milliliters of Coca-Cola. Sounds a bit strange, right? But it's this sparkling water that will make all the difference to the mixture. Which country are you watching this video from? Comment your country name below. Who knows? Today we might have viewers from dozens of different countries. I stirred gently several times to ensure all the ingredients were well combined. You can see that the mixture is now quite liquid, smooth, and homogeneous, ready for the next step. I have 2 potatoes and 2 sweet potatoes, both peeled. I cut both into bite-sized pieces. Potatoes are soft, starchy, and have a rich, creamy texture, while sweet potatoes are naturally sweet and high in fiber. Combining these 2 types of potatoes, one providing a creamy texture, the other a sweet flavor, makes the dish much more interesting. Next, I arranged the potatoes and sweet potatoes one by one in the pan that had been greased with a layer of butter on the bottom. The alternating colors of the potatoes are quite eye-catching. Next, I spread a layer of butter on top. Pour in about 150 milliliters of fresh milk. The final ingredient is a piece of shredded cheese. I put the pan on the stove for about 10 minutes so that the bottom starts to heat up and the potatoes absorb the butter and milk flavor. Next, I transferred the entire pan to the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes. I heated a non-stick pan without adding any oil. Then I poured the batter through a sieve, letting the batter spread evenly into a thin layer on the pan. After about 40 seconds, you start to see tiny bubbles appearing on the surface. Quite interesting, right? These are the air bubbles created by the carbonated Coca-Cola, which gives the cake a lighter texture. At this point, I gently flipped the pancake. Surprisingly, it didn't stick to the pan at all, making flipping very easy. I continued frying until both sides turned a beautiful golden brown, then removed them from the pan. I gently arranged the cakes on a plate, forming a small stack, then carefully cut them into bite-sized pieces. It's so great to connect with you all from around the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. the baked potatoes are ready. When taken out, the cheese on top had melted and turned a light golden color, while the potatoes underneath were soft, creamy, and fragrant with a buttery, milky aroma. Now all you have to do is scoop a piece onto a plate and enjoy. The soft, creamy potatoes combined with the naturally sweet potatoes, topped with a rich, creamy layer of cheese, a simple yet incredibly appealing combination. I think you should try this for your family's breakfast. I placed the pot on the stove and poured about 1 liter of water into it. Add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of white vinegar. Then stir well until completely dissolved. Salt helps distribute heat evenly, ensuring the eggs cook more evenly, while vinegar softens the eggshells, making them easier to peel after cooking and preserving their flavor. Then place the steamer basket on top. Cover the pot and bring to a boil. To easily monitor doneness, I marked 3 eggs with a pen, making it easy to distinguish them based on their different cooking times. It's so great to connect with you all from around the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. I didn't mark the remaining eggs. Cover with a lid and turn up the heat to bring it to a boil. When the water in the pot started boiling again, I set the timer for 6 minutes. After 6 minutes, I took the 3 marked eggs out and immediately placed them in a bowl of cold water to stop the cooking process, helping to keep the yolks soft and creamy and also making them easier to peel. Continue to cover and steam for about 11 to 12 minutes. Be careful not to steam for too long, as this will dry out the eggs, causing the yolks to lose their richness and flavor. When the eggs are cooked, remove them immediately and place them in a bowl of cold water, along with the 3 eggs you removed earlier. Thanks to this steaming method, the eggs do not come into direct contact with boiling water, but are gently cooked by steam, minimizing cracking or breaking compared to the traditional boiling method. Soak the eggs in cold water for about 2 minutes to stop the cooking process. Look, the eggs still retain their beautiful shape with intact shells and no cracks at all. Next, I gently tap the shell with a knife. Pay close attention here. With just a light cut, the shell will peel off almost immediately, smoothly and cleanly. You will see that the egg white inside is smooth, not torn or broken, and looks very appealing. This is a clear difference compared to the conventional boiling method. You will see that the egg white inside is smooth, not torn or broken, and looks very appealing. This is a clear difference compared to the conventional boiling method. Next, we move on to the eggs, which have been steamed for 6 minutes. The egg whites are cooked and set, but the yolks are still runny or creamy and rich. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends and family. Your support is what motivates me to continue sharing more simple and healthy cooking tips every day. Goodbye and see you in the next videos.